I'm sure most of us probably have like gotten blown while we drove, but we were driving back from like Texas to Georgia, which is a very long drive. And so she just got on top of me and we had sex while I drove. I just had got back from like flying a helicopter and blowing some shit up. This was far more dangerous than any of that. Like we were really taking our lives into our own hands, because I'm like looking over her shoulder while I'm driving. That may have been one of the most dangerous things I've ever done. Totally worth it though.
Yeah, I've done that. Jackie and I have done that.
Oh, sorry, Woody.
Yeah, and I think I've done shit other people shouldn't do. I don't approve of that. But it was
you should have seen the look on the guy at Burger King when we came through.
I got when I was first on the road, be driving 10 hours at a time, and it's like all local radio. This is almost 20 years ago. And like, you go for stretches where there's one radio station and it's Jesus, and that's all you have. And like, there was one point where I was on this like super straightaway highway. I hadn't seen cars for 5-10 minutes. And I was like, I wonder if I just stay in the middle lane, how long can I close my eyes and feel safe? And I like did that a couple of times, like, a couple seconds. And like, when I think back to it now, and I'm like, oh, thank God I have Spotify. Just the idea of like how bored I must have been to just be like, why don't I just see if I die or not? Like it's such a dumb thing.
Yeah. When you get out West and some of those places, some of those places that just don't have radio stations anymore, it's like, where am I?
There's no radio stations at all?
I've been places with no radio, or like the one station that you'll hit scan and it'll just roll over forever and then come right back around to the station that you were just on that you hate.
You were trying to leave. Yeah.
The one that you hate.
There's so many parts of the country that have absolutely no radio signal. Like, because, especially if you're like in the mountains. Yeah. Like there are places where you can go probably a half hour with zero radio signal. It's it's one of these things, and it sucks. Like now, when there are places where you're like, oh, I haven't had a cell signal for 20 minutes or whatever it is, and so you just hope you have shit on your phone already. Otherwise, you actually have to like look at the road like an idiot. It's ridiculous.